Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Hold on, we can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear me? Can you not hear me?
Now we can.
You can? Okay, good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really pumped to talk to you guys about the Challenge Tracker app. So I think that you guys should all get really, really pumped up about this app if you haven't already. And like with a new workout program that Beachbody has launched, or a new Shakeology flavor, like guys, this is just as exciting, okay? We now are able to reach more people outside of social media. And one of the things that I found when I ran my first group was how many people actually preferred to partake in the app over Facebook. Because Facebook can be really overwhelming. For us, we're all obsessed. We're already in, like we're in the thick of it, so we love Facebook. Give us as many groups as possible. But some people just can't handle it. And all the notifications, as much as we tell them, shut your notifications off, it's too overwhelming for them. So I'm just gonna tell you guys how I started off with the Challenge Tracker app. So first off, when 22-Minute Hardcore came out, I decided to do a team-wide challenge. So our group is about 200 people right now, and I felt that this would be a really great way for my team to dip their toe into the Challenge Tracker app. So what I did in the prep week leading up to the group as I posted on the page and I said, hey guys, listen, we have a great way for you to stay connected to not only your health and fitness goals, but to the group. And that's by way of a Challenge Tracker app. So if you have a smartphone, here's what it's all about. And I basically just went and copied and pasted the video that you can find in the Challenge Tracker in the portal. And I let everybody know, like, this is the group and it's going to be outside of Facebook. Please comment below if you prefer to be on Facebook or on the Challenge Tracker app. If you prefer the app, please post your email below. I was absolutely blown away by the amount of people that actually preferred to be part of the Challenge Tracker app. So that was quite an eye-opener for myself. So what I did is I just hunkered down. I opened up the portal from my laptop and I just started inviting people into the group. And what's great is you can see if people have accepted your invite or if you need to resend it to them. And I did run into a couple of hiccups where people did not receive the invitation. So I just had to keep resending and check if it's in spam, and boom, they're in. So I actually was quite surprised to see how many people that said, no, I will be more committed to an app than I will to Facebook. And it's actually held true because when I log in to see who's doing their workouts and who's drinking their shakes, those people are the most committed. So it's really awesome. So something that I've done to keep my life super easy, because now we're talking about juggling a Facebook group and a Challenge Tracker app. So what I've done is I've assigned one of my coaches to run the Facebook group, one of my newer coaches. And in order to introduce her as the person posting, I made it a big hoopla. I said, here she is. Her name is Melissa. She is going to be the head cheerleader for the group, posting motivational tips every day. Please comment below and say hello to Melissa. And just like that, we had hundreds of people saying hello. That way they knew that, okay, Candice is going to be on the app, but Melissa's going to be here. Now, that's not to say that I don't check in both spots, but just not to overwhelm myself with two different platforms. The other thing that I've done is on Sunday nights, I hunker down and I get ready for the next week. So I log into the portal on my laptop and I start scheduling all my posts for 7 days. And it's really awesome because every time you post, it will be the top post in the news feed of the app. So anytime somebody logs in, it's not that they have to scroll through and find out, where is my coach? Here it is. It's the first post. It's right there. So it's kind of great too, because if people don't want to see anyone else's post, they at least know, okay, I saw what my coach posted today, and now I can, log in my shakes, my workout, and be ready for the day. So my next favorite thing is the fact that you can upload files via the portal. Now, I have just run a hardcore group. However, I made it a multi-program group because I wanted to bring in as many people as possible. So some of the things that I uploaded as files that I felt that maybe the other participants could use was I uploaded the 21-day fix container chart. I uploaded the tally sheets and the list of foods that people can eat. That way it's all easily accessible from their phone and they can check that out wherever and whenever. But it's also great for the other people that are in the group that might not be on the meal plan. It might pique their curiosity and say, oh, wait, there's those colored containers that I've seen so much about. Maybe I should get involved with that. So absolutely love the fact that you can upload files, but also too, you can upload the participant starter guide for hardcore or PIO. Actually, our group right now is doing hardcore, PIO, size, and 21-day fix. So I have all the documents right there, and it's kind of nice too because you're kind of peppering the other challengers with other things that might get them excited for their next program once they complete this one. So next up, I wanted to talk about something that I think everybody overlooks, and truthfully, I do too. The FAQs. How great are the FAQs? If you guys get lost and you're not really sure what to do with this app, FAQ 3222 is all about the portal. It's all about working this this app through your laptop, and then FAQ 1360 is going to tell you how to work it all from your phone. So, guys, we have to get really excited about things like this because times are changing and we need to grow with the business. You can't just always be doing the same old. So, constantly learning. So you're going to have to take some time yourself to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to hunker down and learn this today. And really, I think if you took like a half hour late one night, whatever it is, just to sit down and like go through everything and learn, because as you guys know, this business is yours. You don't have a boss. Like, you run the show here. So you dictate your success and what you learn and, what you don't learn. So one of the things that helped me get to where I am in my business is late at night, once I put my kids to bed, and they're young, like right now my kids are 6 and 4, but when I started they were 3 and 1, is I would just sit in my bed with my laptop and I went through every tab in the online office, like right down, and I wanted to know what was in there, and I got ideas for Facebook posts and learned, how to set up direct deposit, like all that stuff. So you're all your own business owners. So use these tools to help you grow your business. Now, one other thing I want to add is the fact that we have a whole database of free customers that, although when we email them and we say, I'm your coach, nice to meet you, I would love to connect with you on Facebook, they don't know you from a hole in the wall. So they might not want to friend request you. Maybe they don't want you in their personal business. But now that you can invite them to a challenge and say, hey, do you have a smartphone? We can connect through there. That way it becomes a little bit less personal and you don't have to see all their business. Like I said before, we're all so privy to Facebook and we're all super comfortable posting pictures in our sports bras and all that jazz, but some people aren't. So this is a great way to reach a whole other niche of people. So let's see what else I have here on my list. Oh, I absolutely love the fact that we can track and see how the challengers are doing on the app. If you guys are all using this right now and you haven't gone into the portal and checked out if your participants are checking in, you're either going to be really excited or really horrified when you see what is going on back there. So I have one girl that I know she's been falling in and out of every program, but before, when she was in my challenge groups, I wasn't able to see if she was doing things. Like, I would check in with her and say, oh, hey, how you doing? And she'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I had a rough day today or tomorrow, whatever. But on the app, they have to log in their workouts. They have to log in their shakes. So now you actually have like an account of what the heck is going on. So you can say, oh, just wanted to know, how's your shake doing? So let's say they've only drank like 4 shakes and you don't want to put them on blast. And you're like, hey, how's that cafe latte doing? And they're like, this is a perfect way for you to connect with them and see what's going on. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I could go on all day about how excited I am about a new app. I could totally open it up for questions if anybody wants to chit chat about anything.
Candice, thank you so much. That was awesome. I've got tons of sticky notes full of notes. I love what you said about, so many of my coaches say it has been such a time saver for me because they log on just like you said and schedule all their posts throughout the whole week. They're like, it has saved my life so much. And so they're loving it. You guys go ahead, open up any questions that you're having, just anything at all. Just go ahead. We've got Candice for about 15 minutes.
I just wanted to ask, oh wait, I think somebody else is trying to talk.
Hit it, Jenica. Did I say that right?
Yep. How do you, as far as communicating with them, like in a message, do you find that you're getting the communication back with them as well as you did in a Facebook group?
Yeah, because as long as they have their notifications set up, which I let them know in the beginning, they will get the message right to their phone and they'll know, okay, she just messaged me. Like, she knows what's going on.
So,
and
oh, sorry.
Worst case scenario, if you can't reach out to them through the app, you have their order in your customer order screen. You can always shoot them a text and be like, hey, just wanted to say hello. I reached out to you through the app. Not sure if you got it. You know, it's a new app, blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to see how you were doing and check in with you. Yeah. And sometimes I think that's just as good too if you can't reach them through the app.
Okay. Now, is it going to their email when we message them? Or is it to their phone?
I haven't got a message from anybody yet, so all I know is when I message them, I get it back through the app itself. So I should probably try sending myself a message and see if I do get an email. Maybe somebody else here has been a challenger in a group and not running one, that they can interject. But if not, just like when I send customers an email through my Coach Online office, I always send one to myself to see how it comes through. So if you want to just test it out yourself just to see if it comes through, then go nuts.
All right.
Am I live? My name's Katrina. It might say Katrina's iPhone.
Yes, we can.
I am a challenger who's not running one, and I've successfully used the app. I don't get an email when my coach comments or likes my posts, but I'm pretty sure that if I went through the challenge tracker app and set my notifications to even get a little one, like how Facebook gives you those that little bubble, I think you could probably get push notifications, they call them. So at least it's kind of reminding them to check in, but otherwise it is kind of just like user accountability. Pop on. It's super easy and friendly to use, I guess is the word I want to say.
Yeah, because you can shut your notifications off just like you could with Facebook or any other platform. So you want to make sure they have those on, and it will have like a little red 1 or 2 or 3 just saying to check your phone. So hope that helps. We have some questions down here in the chat bar. Let me check here. Do you have to upload files when you start a new group? You actually don't have to. I just like to upload whatever might help them along as much as possible, even if it's like a recipe chart or anything that I feel like I want my challengers to know about. So you can do that right through the portal. Have you figured out how your customers can respond to the messages you send them? They just respond. I don't know exactly how, like I was just saying to Jenica, don't want to butcher her name. I'm not exactly sure how they come through on their end, but I do know that they get them and I get a message back. Let's see. As a coach who has downloaded the app but not used it yet, how do we get the code? You know, I've heard a lot of coaches say this about the code. So first of all, there's a couple things. You need to download the app, number one. Number two, if you're part of somebody's group, they're going to invite you into the group. But if you're going to start your own group, then there's no need to have a code because you just started your own group. And now you will invite other people into your group. So I hope that helped. Once again, it's a lot of fiddling, a lot of just taking the time to sit down and figure it out. And I have to say, I'm like the least techie person there is. And I found this to be super easy. And I was a little bit freaked out when they put it out. I'm like, oh, I got to learn something else. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Yep, challenge tracker portal. I absolutely love that. It's so nice too, the portal, because you're able to take a look at everything without constantly being on your phone. I, for one, am so over Facebook notifications. I've shut off all my notifications, so I don't know. This is all part of setting business hours. So I only check this at certain times of the day, but there's certain times where I just want to like go easy on my eyes and sit down in front of my laptop. And it's so nice to be able to check the feed and what everybody's doing and post things myself. Maybe it's some type of motivation or just check on the group from my phone, from my laptop. Let's see. Just trying to read all these notes down here. So Sybil asked, is there a way to reuse the content when you start a new group, or do you have to re-upload the same content? So right now I have a group, it's called Elite Bootcamp. I'm not gonna reuse that group. I'm just gonna reopen the challenge group guide and I'm gonna start a fresh new group. So you can actually run multiple groups at a time. Yeah, it might be kind of a pain in the butt to upload different daily posts, but I assure you, if you just hunker down for like 10 minutes on a Sunday and schedule your posts, it's so nice to just wake up and be like, oh, I don't have to post today because I already did it. So no, you can't exactly like copy each group. Let me see, do we have another question down here? So Carolyn loves the app. It's been amazing. And she did a call on it last night. Way to go, Carolyn. And she also uses a Google Drive folder with resources in it, so she doesn't have to upload files every time she starts a group. So, you know, just like with any challenge group, you'll find new ways to do things, and you'll share them with your team. Something I want to recommend all of you guys do. I know you were all at Super Saturday, but just in case you weren't, David Ingram did an awesome segment on the Challenge Tracker app. I think it's it's right at the beginning. So it's one of the first, maybe it's about 15 minutes in. But he goes through how he does contests and messages people. I mean, it's right there. If you're a visual person and maybe hearing this is very confusing for you, use your resources. So go on the Super Saturday video, check out the FAQs, look at all the videos in the Challenge Tracker portal, post them to your Facebook group, and, you know, say, there's this video about how to run the app. There's so much for you guys to do. You just have to use the resources. Beachbody gives us so many resources for everything. So if you don't know about hardcore, you just go on your marketing tools and look it up. You don't know how to talk about it on Facebook? There's a sample social media post. Like, something that's so awesome about this company is they set us up so well when it comes to any new product or any new app or whatever. So use all the resources. and share it with your team when you learn something new.
I'm trying to.
A couple more down here. You can download the guides but keep them hidden. I'm not really sure what that means. We run all of our groups together. Do you see this being a problem? Personally, my team is Fit Mama. We've got about 1,500 people on our team page. I love doing team-wide challenges. I think that just like some people like to run groups on their own. Like I will try really hard sometimes to get people to jump in, but that style doesn't work for them. They actually work well in smaller groups with smaller participants, very privately. I do much better with, you know, a circus of people. So it tends to be really fun. And another thing that you can do when you're running these big groups is, you know, assign people roles. Like this person's going to be prize patrol. This person's going to be, you know, posting your daily motivation. We've even had like dub smash Sundays just to keep it fun and like change it up outside of like, you know, the typical motivation. So you can have a lot of fun with this stuff, guys. Does anyone else want to ask any questions? Or maybe share something that's worked great for you?
I have another question. When you're in the portal, and you can message like maybe 5 people haven't done their workout, and you just want to send one message, is it going to them individually, or is it like a group message going to all of them at the same time?
So I personally message people individually. So if you go into the portal and you click on participants, you can actually click on their name and do send message, and it's just a private message right to them.
Okay. I had just seen that there is a way that you can like click and send a group message. So I just wasn't sure if it was like when they see it, do they see that I sent it all to, you know, everybody, or is it?
Yeah, once again, I'm not really sure because I haven't been on the other end of that.
Okay.
Maybe like you and a couple of other coaches on your team, if you want to just like send a sample message just to see how it comes out, just to like learn how to dissect that.
Okay.
Anyone else? Anyone want to unmute themselves and ask a question?
Candice, I know a question a lot of my coaches have had. Do you have people in your team that, because with the app you can only have one admin, and so they're like, how do I run a challenge with a group? Do you just not have that problem in your team that they want to run it on their own?
Yeah, so the people who want to run their own, I just allow them to run their own. But whereas the app is like I'm the coach posting, I use Facebook as the platform to have multiple people involved. So while that dynamic may not work for every circumstance, I mean, up until this point, every time there's been a new product launch, we've always done team-wide challenges, and I've always assigned roles so people felt they were part of it. So it wasn't just like, okay, here's Candice, and you know, but here's the other thing too. I always want coaches on my team to be cautious that they didn't just dump their people in my group and take a hike. Like I want them to be active and not just rely on me to do everything. So there's a certain level of responsibility when you're going to join a team-wide challenge that you also need to be part of it as well.
Awesome. I love it. And we always talk about, we're like, leaders, you've got to delegate. And so how you dealt with Melissa, you're like, I delegated Melissa, like, hey, you're going to run this. And so she felt important. You like uplifted her. And so awesome. I love it. Okay. You guys, if there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and end this. Candice, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing with us all of these awesome ideas. You guys be watching the rest of the day, the Beachbody Youth Champions page. We're doing tons of stuff on there, tons of prizes, tons of giveaways. Just there's a lot of action going on. So make sure to join in on that. And again, thank you guys all for being here. We'll see you guys next time.
Candice!
Thanks for having me. Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye, guys.